Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today we are doing yet another roster review. This time, it is for Rework Red Star, or, I can't actually pronounce his name, I'll put my hands up. I've been looking at it for a while. I'm going to put it in the title. Let me know your best guess. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go with Jgiusti. Probably totally wrong. Probably just butchered his name. It's the best I've got. I've been staring at it now for about 20 odd minutes. All right, so that's the best I've got. But we are going to be having a look at Jgiusti's roster at this point in time. He's currently got his name as Rework Red Star. However, he's got some pretty juicy red stars in here. So I don't know, mate. You might need to rethink it. Total collection power is 4.5 million. Strongest team power is over 400k. War MVP 15 times, 118 characters collected, 67 of them are at max rank, and an all-time arena rank of #1. He's got a bigger collection power than me, so I'm incredibly interested to jump into this. 597 days played, I believe, and he has spent roughly between $500 and $600. All right, so we'll call it $600, but roughly between 5 and 6 at 597 days played. Let's get in and have a look at this behemoth of a roster. Right, so let's get into it. And this is one of my favourite things about doing this roster review. It really is for everybody. Not only is it for guys that have just started playing, been playing a while, whatever. It doesn't matter if your total collection power is 1 million, 7 million, whatever. We can all learn out of every single one of these roster reviews. Be it for a benchmark, be it to see what other people are doing, see where we're going right, see where we're going wrong, everything like that. I absolutely love the applications of doing these roster reviews, and in particular a roster review like this is actually a bigger roster than mine, so it's nice to see where they've gone, what path they've taken and everything like that. So let's get into it. So Shield Assault is currently favorited. Okay, I would have expected Shield Assault to already be quite high. Scientist Supreme, obviously for Tech Wing. Falcon there as well. Aim Security going to be working on at this point, even though he's level 70, 45k. That's a real beefy Aim Security even at that point. Koye, I think a lot of people at this stage in the game, the main favourites that you'll see quite regularly, Falcon, Koye, Psylocke, American Chavez, Shocker. They are pretty much anyone that's been playing around the 400-day mark, 400-day plus, pretty much has those favorited almost by default. Shield Operative, I don't really know what she's up there, dude. I wouldn't really be really stressing myself on working Shield Operative. She doesn't really fit in too many places at this point in time, depending on where you're going with Coulson and whatnot. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about her personally. Psylocke 36k, Shocker's there, 112 shards farmed, so not going to get 7-star Invisible Woman last time round, but hopefully you'll have some decent luck on them orbs and whatnot for the next go. That is a behemoth of a Star-Lord. 6 red star, level 75, 93k. I'm liking the looks of that a lot. 7 red star Storm. I can imagine you have an absolute nightmare with Coulson teams with your X-Men as well. My Storm, for example, is so big that when Coulson ults, he normally should hit Phoenix, but because of the extra red stars on Storm, they actually go and wipe out Storm first, and it proves actually a bit of a nightmare for countering. But yeah, let me know how you get on with that behemoth of a Storm. I would definitely look on taking her up. I feel like Storm's one of them really underrated characters as well. A 6 red star Vision, oh, it's beautiful. 6 red star Spider-Man, fair play. 73k there on Phoenix. So I've noticed you've taken Vision up to 71. Star-Lord up to 75, Phoenix up to 75, Thanos is at 70. Definitely probably worth going moving him up to 71 as well. He does fit in quite a few teams, especially when he's that big. Punisher at 72k. I can definitely see why you run him in your arena defense team. I actually have nightmares with a decent Punisher in the arena defense team when he ults and he kills the Ultron minions before they have a chance to buff up Ultron. He's a real solid character if you can get the decent amount of red stars on him, and at 5 red stars he's well worth it. Jug's in there as well, level 72. I see you working on him towards 75, so well worth it. Ronan at 69. War Machine at 66. That is already proving to be a beast of the Power Armor team. Mr. Rocket Raccoon there at 65. Daredevil at 62. Crossbones at 60. I notice you've also Gear Tier 13'd him, right? Okay. I'm intrigued. What made you go for that decision to Gear Tier 13 Crossbones? I'd love to know down in the comments below. 59k at Captain Marvel. Again, Gear Tier 13. Real solid choice. Most of the defenders, from what I've seen, Gear Tier 13 as well. Mr. Rocket Raccoon over there. Wolverine at 58k. 5 red stars, level 67. Are you planning on Gear Tier 13 in him anytime soon? Groot at level 70, Invisible Woman at 70, Jessica Jones at 70, and a Monstrosity. That's a real big AIM Monstrosity at 58k. It really is. There's a big old AIM team. If you can work on getting that Scientist Supreme up a little bit, that is going to be one scary looking AIM team. Magneto at 57, Drax at 57, Mr. Sinister at 5 red stars, 57k. It's looking absolutely awesome. Ultron there at 55. He's well worth taking up to 75 as well, dude. Well worth it for the extra focus and everything like that. Really is. Gamora at 54. Pyro at 54. Liking that a lot. Again, for the extra resistance, for the extra focus, I'd probably look at trying to take him to 71. It's definitely not wasted. Level 70 Captain America. Not really a tune that I've worked that hard on. But I know a lot of people do speak very highly of him, especially the old guards, as it were. Black Widow at 52, Shield Security at 52, Minerva at 51. Obviously, just hoping to get them Minerva stars wherever you can out of whatever orbs. The grind is real. Agent Coulson, I'm liking the looks of at 51. Colossus at 51, M'Baku at 50. I'm not a massive fan of M'Baku. I'm really not. I'm a massive fan of the Wakandan team, but I'm not a massive fan of M'Baku. He only goes in well, in my opinion, in the Wakandan team. Where some of the other Wakandans, you can type a miss and match and move them around. With M'Baku, I don't really feel like that has that versatility. Shield Assault, definitely worth working on. Getting him up to 7 stars. 5 red stars there. He's going to be an absolute beast. And 49k on Fury. I'm surprised that your Fury isn't 7-starred as well. I'm really surprised at that, man. Let's see how close you are to that. AIM Researcher at 7-star there. Scientist Supreme looking good. Luke Cage, Quake at 48. That's going to be very nice for the Inhumans coming out. Falcon there, definitely already we know his favourite being worked on at this point in time as well. Graviton, that's an absolutely huge Graviton. 47k, 4 red stars, looking good. Shuri, if you're working on Tech Wing, and it certainly seems that you're working on Tech Wing, is well worth taking out. So I'm guessing, yeah, with who you've got favourited, I'm type of guessing that's in the back of your mind on who you're working on. But I know you've also said that you're working on quite heavily War Offense at the moment, so I'd be intrigued to see who, what else fits in. Mordo at 45, Sabretooth, AIM Security there at 45. That's a real nice AIM team already, man. Vulture at 43, Shield Medic at 43. Worth taking up if you're going to be putting in with Coulson. Noble is 7 stars, so you're closer there to max rank Fury. Yondu at 7s, Namor at 5. Namor is, in my opinion, the biggest character in the Fantastic Four war team, just due to his war buffs and things like that. So it makes Fantastic Four a real big war offense team just by having Namor more boosted. Miss Marvel at level 70, 42k. Rhino at 42k. Ravager Boomer at 41. Thing at 41. Mantis 41. Deadpool 41. Korath, I'll probably stop working on Korath, but looking real good there at 41. Similar situation to my Killmonger. I'm working on Killmonger at this point in time as well. I think you've got a couple more red stars on him though, so looking good there. Human Torch at 40. I'm telling you what, I'm quite envious of some of your roster here, man. Especially some of the red stars. I've also got a 6-star Ravager Boomer though, so alright, just putting it out there. I've not done as much with my Ravager Boomer as you have though. I can imagine he's a bit of a nightmare. Or one of them characters that gets severely like, oh, I throw in a dummy team against him, and then he ults turn 1 and everyone's like, oh shit, combat cancelled. So I'd like to know what your thoughts are there, how he's held up for you. Mystique at 40, obviously with the Marauder event going on at the moment, she's well worth leveling up at this point in time. Black Panther at 39, Scarlet Witch, Nobu, Doctor Strange, Okoye, Venom, Psylocke, Iron Man, Miles and Green Goblin. So everyone's quite nicely linked together to avoid to be able to throw in multiple different Blitz teams. No one's like crazily high leveled compared to the rest. So I like what you're doing there a lot. Kingpin, I noticed even at 5 red star, you've not moved him up to 6 star, even though he's so close to. You know what? You could actually 7 star him and all, couldn't you? You're not doing so. I don't blame you whatsoever. Mr. Fantastic there at 35. Hulk at 7 star, very nice indeed. 4 red star, Mysterio looking good there. Again, it's going to hold you back from getting Invisible Woman. I'm in the exact same boat at this point in time. Night Nurse, you've totally stopped working on as well. Couldn't agree more. Pre-Royal Guard is 7 stars, so it looks like you're probably going to get Fury at 7 stars so far, right? Pre-Oracle 7 star, yeah, it looks like you're there or thereabouts. Hand Assassin 7, Hawkeye, American Chavez 31k, Rescue 31k. Rescue might be worth putting a few more levels in to try and keep up with the rest of your power armor team. You've got one hell of a power armor team from what I've seen so far. Carnage there at 28k, Hand Sentry, Ghost Rider, Wasp. I'm a massive fan of Wasp. However, she is on Tech Gear, and let's be fair, Tech Gear is not exactly something you can just drag on from everywhere. Kree Reaper at 7, so you're definitely going to be getting Kree Cyborgs there at 7 as well. So you've got Nick Fury at 7 star next time he comes around. I like that a lot. Cable there at 5 red stars, looking very good. Hand Archer already at 7. Hand Sorceress can move up to 6. Thor, I tell you what, this is where I'm fairly surprised that Thor is definitely worth some loving right now, man. Especially if war is on your mind. Thor and the rest of the Asgardians is well worth some investment. Hela, I feel like she's so good that she would be my first character. After Scientist Supreme, Falcon, and the rest of the Tech Wing, basically, I would start bringing up Hela because she's an absolute beast, man. She really is. The rest of the Hydras, mercenaries down there deserve to be there. Ultimus, I'm with you, man. Done absolutely nothing with him. Hydra Sniper, the rest of the AIM team. Nebula, really not worth any type of investment in whatsoever. Strife as Marauders. At this point in time, you've actually got a really good excuse now to level up Strife with this Marauders event going on and not feel like it's wasted at all because you get some orbs and everything like that back as a result of it. Heimdall, obviously, and Black Bolt missing. So, really solid team there, man. Really envious of your roster at this point in time. I can see why you're working on a lot of people. Some of the red stars that you've got on them are absolutely huge. And I like seeing stuff like, even though you've got really high red stars on, where is he, Kingpin, you're not just wasting resources on him. Because, yeah, he could look cool, but is he that good a character to put mats into? Probably not. So where you're stopping on Night Nurse, where you're stopping in Kingpin, I really like what you're doing there a lot. So let's have a little look at the teams. So right, having a little look into the team straight away. Now I've noticed, having a quick scan through them before doing the video, that your power, total collection power, total team powers are pretty much all over the place. And I'd be intrigued to find out why. Like, what's your Blitz rotation team, that type of thing. So we can see we've got the 300k defenders there at the top with the 72k Punisher. I'm guessing that's pretty much a sure win team, no matter what, with the red stars on Punisher. So maybe he's at the top, so he's always an 8.3 multiplier win. Same as we're using Vision here, but I also then noticed that we're using the same team again further down the line. So I'd be intrigued to see what you're doing for Blitz, whether or not you're using Vision in the power armor team, or if you are using Vision there to give the offense up to Rocket, or the defense up. I'd be totally intrigued to find out why your save teams are the way they are, basically. So looking really solid there with the defenders there at 300k. I definitely wouldn't be trying to push them any higher. 346k on this Vision team, with the really nice position in Star-Lord, obviously feeding in energy to Rocket there. Groot there for available for turn 1 after Rocket goes with his taunt. 304k Phoenix team looking absolutely gorgeous. No complaints there whatsoever. Super jealous about that Storm. I'll put my hands up. Super envious right now. I'd like to know what you're doing with Coulson in Blitz. So I see you're using Medic here and Trooper, but then I see a little bit further down the line you're using basically the same team again, but getting rid of Trooper. But then you're using Coulson further on. And again, it's just maybe questions that I've got to try and work out how to improve or where to improve upon is where we're using these guys the most. So for example, Trooper I wouldn't be using at all in that shield group. I would literally only be using this Coulson team, as I'm not a massive fan of Trooper personally. I know your operative isn't leveled up, so if you are using Coulson later on down the line in this like Inhuman slash Wave 1 Avengers team, that's cool. So then do we just keep Trooper in that? I'm intrigued to know. And that's more of a personal question, as opposed to, like, a personal question of why, as opposed to where we can improve. I'd just like to know where you stand with that, so I know what we're looking at, if that makes sense. Sinister 6 looking really nice, 188. I'll probably start working on these guys a little bit more. I really do like the Sinister 6 around the 200k mark, 220k. I can see this is really nice positioning. I like the fact that you've got Noble next to Ronan when Noble calls in the assist. Ronan is there at 70k to actually really lay the smackdown on whatever fool you're targeting. So I like that a lot. Decent positioning there. Again, we're using a lot of people from the first team, or the second team, sorry. We're using them again. So I'd like to know which team is almost your Blitz rotation. 215k there on the Wakandans. I'd like to see Black Panther a little bit higher, but I can imagine that gives absolutely nightmares in war defense as well. 246k on the Coulson team, looking nice. 51k Coulson. So then, obviously, the only one to really improve there would be taking Shield Assault up to 7-star. Next time Fury comes around, you're going to have 7-star him. So that team there is going to get a nice big power jump. 218k on the Fantastic Four at the moment. 60k of that goes to Invisible Woman. Try and work on Namor. If you're working on them as a war offense team, which I'm pretty sure you would be, give Namor that loving. Give them Namor that loving, because his boosts are crazy for war offense. Absolutely awesome aim team. I'm really liking the looks of that. 58k, man. 47k, 48k. That's a scary looking aim team at 250. It really is. I'm pretty sure like the only one that I'd guarantee that you'd be able to counter with that is throwing out the defenders. And a lot of people have their defenders on defense. So I like the team. Again, we're using Vision for the rest of the Power Armor team. I'd like to see Rescue brought up a little bit, just to make sure she survives for the second turn. Because if they are attacking the weakest one, then Rescue's going to go down. That means War Machine and Falcon don't get the boost. But I can imagine that turn 2 with Vision is pretty spicy as well, man. Pretty damn spicy. The Brawler team, so we're using Ultron, then we're using a standard Brawler team with Miles Morales. I can't remember how big that American Chavez was. Let's have a little look back real quick. American Chavez at 31k. So, depending on what you want to do with that, I really like American Chavez on the Brawler team. But Miles Morales there makes a lot of sense with his disrupt. I can dig it. Moving on down to this makeshift team, I like the fact that you've already taken out the Marauders of your Brotherhood team. I like the fact that you've already done that, and I can totally see why you've got Crossbones in there. And making use of that Kingpin as well makes an awful lot of sense. So fair play. I like what you're doing there. Bringing up the rest of this team, starting with Elsa, would be my opinion for when you start working on your supernatural team. Starting work on Elsa first. I feel like she beautiful damage. Really, really does help a lot. And that Marauders team, pretty damn spicy, man. pretty damn spicy. What I might even do is drop out Loki, put in Deadpool, which I know you use in your Brawlers team, but putting out Deadpool into this for the buff up with Cable, and then using American Chavez in your Brawler team might not be a bad shout. Let me know if you do try that. Let me know how that gets on. Again, we're using Ultron in this type of team, and where you're using Ultron elsewhere as well, maybe Loki could fit into this team and give them that extra survivability, and this could be a pretty saucy team as well. But yeah, that is it. That is my advice, the best I can give you. I really like what you're doing with your roster. I like the way you're going, and I'm super jealous of some of them red stars. Mr. Sinister to name but one, Storm to name a second, and I hope it's helped. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Guys out there, let me know what you think of this roster. Leave a comment down below. If you want to talk to me in person, you can find me over on my Twitch page, which is www.twitch.tv/Shanksy. I hope to see you over there, guys. But until then, take it easy.